tell me, kind of, in a way, give us a sort of a reference point where we are and
Right.
what's going to actually happen.
Well, it's, I think, 20 to 4 on Friday afternoon, but I could be wrong. It seems like we've been here for a month, although it's only 5 days. We've got some really great music on tape, some really exceptional things. It's going to take quite a long time, I think, to sort it out and to find what we've actually got. But there's some really good stuff. And what's been happening the last couple of days is people have been leaving, flying out to various parts of the world to do whatever they have to do. And so we've been coming down to smaller and smaller and smaller units. And today we've just had Flora and Changuito, and we've been trying some other things for another project, some just basic ideas for a project that Flora has in mind, which I'm not sure what it is yet, but because he's a one-man band. Changuito is absolutely fantastic. He has all these things going on in his mind, and you put something down and you think, oh, what's that? And then you put something else down and it's something better, and then something else and it's even better still. It's just like amazing, this guy. He just hears all these sounds in his head and he can play them all, and as it all slots together, it really makes sense. So he's really incredible.
Maybe if you could just explain, you're saying that some of the things have been happening for future projects.
Yeah.
You could explain sort of what some of the things were and how, in a way, they probably, I suppose they wouldn't have happened really, would they, unless this project.
No, I mean, it's a unique situation because it's not normally you'd go into the studio and just have no idea what you're going to do. But Friday last week, I had no idea what we were doing, nothing at all. On Saturday, I talked to Flora, and she gave me a little bit of an outline, and I'm not even sure if we did what that outline was anyway. And then on Sunday, it built up a little bit more, and on Monday, it really came together. And since then, it's been developing and splitting off into other directions. And there's so many different things. There's probably about 3 albums or 2.5 albums, or I don't know. I mean, we'll have to sort it out. But today we've been doing stuff with Changuito's, been putting stuff for Flora to work on in the future, something completely different with different musicians again. Probably, actually, this won't be just percussion. It'll be other instruments, keyboards, I don't know, guitar, saxophone maybe. I think there's a track she wanted to put Wayne Shorter on saxophone on one of the tracks, maybe. So we've actually come out of the total percussion phase, I think, and we're thinking into other instruments.
So what are you going to do today,
The rest of the day we're just going to run some monitor mixes because we have them on DATs, but we've been running so many DATs that it's easier just to mix them again rather than try and find them, just so that we have some idea of what we've done, because there's so much stuff. It's hard to remember what we actually did.
How many minutes or hours of stuff?
I think we got about 3 hours. Every reel's full now, and each reel's an hour and 6 minutes, so it's at least 3 hours of music. And there's
Can we just say that again?
yeah,
The sun came in and out right.
right.
It's rather drastic. Okay.
Tell me how much stuff you actually have.
Well, we have 3 reels of tape, an hour and 6 minutes a reel, so it's 3 hours of tape, and they're all full. So there's 3 hours of music to work with. I mean, some of it obviously we won't use, and there's probably more than one take of a couple of things. But actually, there's only 2 things with 2 takes, I think. So they're pretty full. 2.5, 2 3/4 hours of music.
So what happens to those tapes then?
Well, I think we're all disappearing to different places in the world for the next few days, a few weeks even. And I think Flora and I are going to get together in May and run through it, and we will all had time to listen to the DATs and made sense of it more. And I think her and I will just get together in May, and she'll put some vocals over it. We'll probably do that at Ronnie Scott's just on her own. And then probably Ayeto will turn up and we'll do some more percussion overdubs. And we'll have to just work through and see what's on the tape. I mean, there's so much stuff, it's so full of sound. I mean, some of the things are really finished. They just need a little bit of voice and that's it. And some of them need a lot more stuff adding. So we're going to have to work through and see.
So what other instruments do you think are actually now going to
Well, only percussion, because the whole point of it is there's going to be nothing else, just percussion. So it could be more shakers, probably some more surdos, which are the big Brazilian drums. I think we have a little lacking in the bass end of some things. There's a lot of very bright percussion, so we're going to add surdo is particularly good for that. You know, maybe more than one big fat sound. You know, that maybe there's some samba, because that's a real samba instrument. So it might add some of the samba feel to it. Get some more Brazilian side of it coming out.
So there won't be any guitar or anything like that?
No, nothing. Only percussion and voice. That's it.
Is that, just sort of talking generally, is that the same with all the other tracks that have been done
Yeah.
for the album?
Yeah, every track. Yeah. That's the whole point of it, is to be only percussion, nothing
Maybe
else. Yeah.
Could you just give me that as like a little phrase?
Yeah.
The whole point of this album is that it's just a percussion album.
Yeah,
So there won't
okay.
be any- So if I just ask you about, what is the sort of nature of the album musically?
Okay. The nature of the album is that it's only percussion of various sorts, and you really, I mean, at first you think, oh, is this going to work? But when you start to hear it, especially as more and more layers get put on, you realise that it can really work just percussion, and anything else will spoil it because it makes it special just because it is just percussion. It's unique.
And so now what happens? Well, Flora, how is Flora going to put voice on this?
She'll just she'll listen to the DATs over the next few weeks, get some ideas, but it'll be pretty much free. It won't be. I don't think it's going to be vocals as such.
Can we do that again, please?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking about, you've got all these percussion tracks. Now,
Yeah.
what's Flora actually going to do with them?
Well, she's going to listen to the DATs over the next few weeks. I think she's going. She's
Sorry,
actually.
you just sort of Flora is going to.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Right. Okay. Flora's going to listen to the DATs over the next few weeks. She's going to Brazil, I think, for a few weeks, so she'll be able to relax and listen to them. Hopefully, get some ideas, and then we'll get together in May, and it'll be pretty much free stuff, not lyrics. I don't think she's going to actually write any lyrics. So I'll be scatting over the top of it, adding some more colours, really, colours to the sound.
So will it be almost kind of like voice percussion?
Yeah, it could be vocal percussion and just sounds that fit in with it, in between, fitting in and around the music. But I don't think she's going to write any specific lyrics or anything like that. So that'll make it even more special, just another layer of sounds, really. And I don't know what people will make of it. Hopefully they'll like it, because it's quite unique. I mean, there's been a few things like this before, but nothing quite like this, I don't think.
The performances at Ronnie Scott's with Fourth World,
Yeah.
have they led to this particular session and some of the work they do at Ronnie Scott's?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I mean, Flora just said to me about 3 weeks ago, we're coming to the studio on whichever day it was to do this project. And that's all I knew, really. I said, oh, okay. And we came and did it, and I had no idea. I mean, I had no idea in advance of what was going to happen. It's just taken place, and it's on tape.
So what's it been like for you, the project?
It's been just about everything, really. Exciting, tense at times, and a lot of anticipation. What's going to happen next? A few quiet periods, not much sleep. Just about everything you could possibly imagine, really.
So what sort of hours have you been doing? I mean, has it been sort of like really long hours? Or not?
Yeah, I mean, I think on Wednesday I got up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and if I remember right, we finished at 2:15 in the evening, and it was non-stop all the way through. And then yesterday I had to actually go somewhere else and record another band and come back, and so I've had 2 hours sleep last night. So that's what it's been like. But it doesn't seem to matter somehow. I mean, when we finish and stop, I'll probably fall asleep somewhere. But it's all part of the thing, really. It's kind of living on the edge, just like the music, really. It's kind of been on the edge a little bit, because nobody knows what's happening until it actually happens. So it's an interesting concept. I mean, it's not often you get a chance to do something like this, because usually there's like record company people pressurizing you when they want to know exactly what's going to happen in advance and all this. And Robert seems to be happy to let us try all these things out, and good stuff's going to come out of it, and it has. It's worked. So it's a unique opportunity to do something like this.